Insider from the Pat McAfee Show. Mark Kaboly. Brought to you by Bet365. Kaboly out in Indianapolis last week for the Combine. How we doing, Big Kaboom? Things good?
Nice to see that you're comfortable there. Feet up. Imagine if Starkey saw this right now.
He's going to wipe the desk down one way or the other with the disinfectant wipes. He pretty much walks in here with a hazmat suit every day, so my feet being up on the table, no big deal.
One time with the feet.
That was Ron.
Dickerson with this. That was Ron. Okay.
Oh, Dickerson and Crowley, they put their feet up all the time.
It's all about fostering an environment that is good for content. And if we're comfortable, then the content will flow.
Yes.
I'm feeling a little tired today, maybe a little under the weather. I got a little sniffle going on. I've started to
got the old beard cut, shaved.
Did shave the beard a little bit. So I figured put the feet. Kaboly walked in. We're just going to talk ball for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't we want to get comfortable?
Do you do your hair every morning?
No, I just got a fresh cut.
It looks good.
You know, Dorin, when you get the fresh cut, you can't wear the hat for the first week, right?
Right.
Then you cover it up after that.
Right.
The fresh.
Yeah, you usually wear a hat, so you got to.
Yeah. So I was just going to, just go with the regular au naturel today.
Mm-hmm. Look good.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I didn't see you with a hat. It looks good.
The thing is, I used to wear a hat constantly, like 24/7, all through my teens and 30s. Then I just quit wearing one. Then I'm like back to it now. It's like no matter where you walk out the door, where's my hat?
Well, you shouldn't wear a hat. You have a good head of hair.
You do.
Show
you
it.
do.
It's one thing good about me, right?
Just
everything else is falling apart. But
yep.
That's why you got to showcase the hair. People think I'm a big hat guy. I'm really not. It's just I wake up in the morning, you shower, you don't have time to put the product in the hair, or it's cold, so you throw the hat on. But if
you're
I
a morning shower guy.
Yes.
I don't think I could do morning shower if you're the time you work. You have to wake up 3 or whatever time you wake up.
Well, it helps wake you up.
It helps wake you up, yeah.
I would want to roll out and just roll out the door.
No, I would wake up 15 minutes early just to shower.
Yep.
Instead of get the extra 15 and roll out of bed because you need that extra pizzazz. Last couple of weeks driving in, since I've been off, it's not that I'm going to fall asleep. I'm not going to do that. It's never happened to me in my life. It's not a concern. But I have been like total and complete autopilot where I pull in here and it's like, holy cow.
Yeah, we're back.
I don't even remember leaving my house.
Right.
And now I'm sitting here. Anyway, I digress. You can text us, brought to you by Egger Snyder and Associates, a personal injury law firm where they always say there's never a fee unless we get money for you. We've got Callous love advice to give about his love life coming up in a little bit. But what'd you glean from the Combine, big guy?
I've gleaned. You talk about me bringing out the gloom and doom. Man, the more and more Combines I've been to, I'm probably at 10, 12 now. It's just getting more and more worthless to me. I mean, honestly, what are we talking about here? We're talking about 225 benching. We're talking about 3 cones. If it's a part of the process, it's a way down the list part of the process. If you don't know what guy you want right now through the year and a half, 2 years of tracking them and scouting them with the scouting department, I don't know what, 18 pass routes will do for you or 15 throws will do for you in that environment and just, shorts and tights and stuff like that. Most of it's obviously, medical stuff that they get into.
Medicals, interviews.
That's the big stuff.
Right.
That's the big. But I say this, but then you have one guy that shines at mostly in the 40. Then all of a sudden, here he comes up. Just because he run 1/100th of a second faster than somebody else, all of a sudden makes him a ball player, a great ball player? No. I mean, I think you have to take into account everything he's done up until this point. Maybe this reaffirms it, but I don't think there's anything you get out of that and say, oh, this guy is going to be a star.
Right.
Remember Malik Willis a couple years ago? Rich Eisen was there just absolutely kissing his, look at this throw, 90 yards off balance. Okay, you're going to throw that about once a year.
Mm-hmm. In pads against the defense.
I mean,
I got sucked into that.
Yeah.
I got totally sucked into that with Malik Willis.
Yeah.
And I said I wouldn't let it happen to myself this year with any of the quarterbacks. Forget the guys who ran and went through the drills and all that. Would you hear about the Steelers and the quarterback situation?
Nothing's changed.
Justin Fields won.
It's just people were,
Russell Wilson 1B.
It's always been like that. It's just different people just putting it out there, and it's such a thirst of information that's wanted out there. As soon as somebody throws something else out there, which is really the same that we've been saying for a month and a half now, people go crazy. And that's just the case it is. It's always been Justin Fields. It's always been Russell Wilson, too. And the question is if you're going to be able to get those guys under contract. It's always been that way. And nothing has changed.
You said that you've been going there, to the combine for about 12 years.
Yeah.
Is there a certain person that you know is going to be there that you can get good info from? Like whenever you do go, like you go
tough.
and like go talk to like certain people to be like, all right, I know this guy's going to give me something.
You go out to Kilroy's and they'll be sitting there drinking a pint.
You
Get your whispers out.
You pretty much know where people are going to be. But even before that, I mean, the thing has changed so much. I mean, when I first got there, I remember maybe one of my first ones was with maybe Jameis was the number 1 overall pick, right? And the size of it was just minute compared to what it was now. I mean, Radio Row was almost non-existent.
Yep.
They put you in Lucas Oil Dome in the just in the hallway somewhere. You could watch practice. I mean, it was just changed. They've pretty much separated media from everything that's possible. I even tried to get into I worked for the guy, the Lucas Oil Stadium. They wanted me to come up, Pat, and I could not get into Lucas Oil Stadium because it was such tight
security.
Unbelievable.
Really?
Unbelievable.
They looked at you, they thought,
Everything.
This guy right there, big-time security
I'm
threat.
like, no, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So they've pretty much separated us, but you know where to go at night, where to find some people, and
little slippery noodle.
I heard they got good wings. You ever had the wings there?
That slippery noodle?
Yeah, somebody
Love
told me
that
the
spot.
wings.
Yeah, tremendous place.
But apparently Starbucks is the place to be. Oh, that is actually those. If you know the backstory to that is inside one of the hotels. It's sort of like a airport version of a Starbucks. It's not a separate building, so people stay there because hang out there, media people, because that's where a lot of the coaches, scouts, agents stay in the hotel, and they have to go that way to head towards the field. So you
kind of camp
accidentally
out.
bump into somebody.
You camp out at the Starbucks, and you hope that
Yes.
someone kind of falls into your trap there.
Well, it's a very expensive hotel where that is, so I tend not to head down that way a lot. I mean, we're talking.
I mean, could Pat not take care of your hotel?
$5 a night?
We get Pat $5 bills.
I'm telling you, man. That's something. Yeah, what do you think hotels are, especially at the JW?
Yeah.
I ain't staying in a castle for $1,000.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, you make your way down there, but I'm not staying there.
Fan Morning Show is brought to you by Guardian Protection, your hometown home and business security company. If you had to give a percentage, because last week when you were on, you said you thought it might be more likely that Justin Fields goes elsewhere, or like 50-50. You still feel the same way about that?
Yeah. I mean, right now they're just posturing for position here, trying to get some extra bucks out of somebody, and you're hearing different. That's why you're hearing stuff today and last couple of days, is because there's so many agents at that combine that, scratch my back and I'll scratch yours, Sam Darnold type of situation. You know what makes Sam Darnold get more money? When more teams are interested, right?
When guys like Jeremy Fowler report that, the Steelers could be looking at Sam Darnold, you're telling me that that's an agent.
Let's hope. I mean, let's hope they have to be looking at Sam Darnold. If they're not just looking at him or inquiring about him and say, hey, well, what's up with Sam Darnold? He wants how much? Okay, see ya. You're not doing your job. So, I mean, it's true, but to what degree is it true?
Dulac reported that the Steelers met with Najee Harris's agent at the combine.
I think they're covering their rear end there. I would be still shocked. I haven't heard anything. I mean, I'm not here to dispute anything Jerry says, but my goodness, what are you thinking?
Well, that's why. So Josina Anderson, she wrote on Twitter.
Oh, my.
Still, you can.
No, I'm just saying it was the most vague tweet of all time.
It was. Still here in Indy at the Scouting Combine having conversations. Sounds like the Steelers are going to have some interesting changes. We'll keep you posted. She has yet to keep us posted. It's been 48 hours. There's no posting that's been done.
A midnight tweet, huh?
It was. There was also a typo in there. What are you suggesting, Kaboly?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that. I mean, those tweets are very interesting to me because you can be right, but you can't be wrong.
Mm-hmm. Because any change could be an interesting change. Yeah. It's all in the eye of the beholder. Yeah. So you would be surprised if Najee Harris comes back here.
I would be. I wouldn't be stunned, but I don't know if that's the route I would go. I mean, what is he, 27 now? You'd have to have him through 30, and we already saw what he can do. I would want fresh blood in here, see what they can do, especially with this draft class.
Well,
bring Jaylen Warren back, add a veteran somewhere, maybe a decent guy, and take your chances.
What other changes, if she's onto something, what other changes do you think that are interesting that could happen?
I mean, first thing I thought of, maybe Pickens wants traded. But I don't think that's going to happen. I find that as we go on through the offseason, that's getting less and less of a chance.
You know why I am inclined to agree with that, Mark, is because we haven't heard anything from Pickens.
Yeah.
I feel like if Pickens wanted traded, we would all know that Pickens wanted traded. Because I think he would be very new school, new age in the way he would go about presenting that information.
Yeah. I mean, he would, unfollow the Steelers, right?
Something like that. Unfollow the Steelers or start posting. Like, there's always the joke offensive linemen post certain things on social media. Wide receivers post these, like, vague poems and things of that nature. Like, I think we'd be getting more of that from George, and we haven't seen that.
Yeah. What is his fake Twitter name?
Michael Brewerly.
Yeah. Everybody checked in on him recently.
No, in fact, I'll do that right now. Maybe we'll know momentarily here if the Steelers are going to be trading George Pickens. So if Pickens ain't going anywhere, and they're going to pay T.J. Watt, and they're definitely doing that, and Najee Harris might be back, and they're going to bring Justin Fields back at quarterback, where are the changes at all? I mean, Mike Thomas still
are the interesting ones, right?
There's nothing interesting there, right? Like, at least if you bring the quarterback back, but you move on from George Pickens, you got a totally new wide receiver room then at that point. Or if you bring Justin Fields back and you keep Pickens, but you're going with Jaylen Warren as your 1A and Rookie as your 1, like, that's interesting to me. But if all those guys are the same, where are you shuffling apart from not bit players, but none of the stars?
No.
Like, you're not trading Minkah Fitzpatrick. We haven't gotten any whispers about something like that.
I mean, we have to wait and see here. We got these next 10 days will reveal a lot of where they want to go and how they want to build this team. But even if you do bring Justin Fields back, I wouldn't quite qualify that as interesting.
Right.
That would be like expected almost, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I don't know.
The last Michael Brewerly tweet, guys, February 21st. So it's been a while. Bet on yourself, ...
That means he's going to play out and get a big contract next year.
That's what that would lead me to believe as well. I'm going to play one more year. Give it my best. We'll see where it all goes.
The so-called fake Twitter account of a guy making a...
Do we really think it's him?
I don't pay attention that much.
I don't know if it's him. If not, it's a tremendous bit.
Yes.
Or it's his buddy.
Where you are married to the bit.
Mm-hmm.
All he ever tweets about is George Pickens.
The timing of the tweets, too, like not during the game.
Never until like 30 minutes after a game when a player might have showered and got his phone back.
Yep.
It's pretty well thought out.
Yeah.
And he retweeted something that Chris Carter put together, some video package. But that's it since February 21st when he's going to bet on
Maybe
himself.
it's Chris Carter.